Welcome to Taking the Credit, episode 38.
300.
338.
Like the movie.
Like the movie, Gerard Butler's. And neither of us are feeling very good today. So.
You look warm.
Yeah. Oh, I can do that. Thank you. That's exactly what I need. Here. Perfect. Yeah, so hot. It's just like very humid.
I'm fine. I think you're just putting stuff up, so you're...
Yeah, I guess. But
Okay.
I've just been like really warm lately, so...
It cooled off a little bit, and I think it was feeling nice, and then it started heating up again. But today the high was only 85, and it was like only 84 degrees a couple of minutes ago.
Well,
only.
Yeah, I don't seem to do well in the heat, and that's been ongoing. Grew up in Michigan where very humid and I just sweat all the time, and now here it feels good for a lot of the year, and then spring comes and it feels nice, and then we get that spring feeling for
Very
like
briefly.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it's just so hot.
It's funny because I was really enjoying spending so much time outside during the spring period where it wasn't too hot. And I was like, wow, it could just be like this forever, and that would be great. And then now it's been too hot. Like, I don't want to sit outside. So.
Well, that's when we were working outside a lot and everything was like really
cool
comfortable. And now it's
unbearable. Don't want.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess it's probably added on to it that we're not feeling so great today, but
you think? I'm
probably.
just so thrown off because last night I drank a lot of boozy waters, and I didn't drink any hard liquor or anything with it. It was just boozy waters, and I was putting them back pretty quickly last night, but ultimately, like, I ate a lot of food. I ate a lot of pasta. And today has just been, I'm like progressively feeling worse today. So like, I was feeling all right. I decided to work out. I was feeling good. And then after that workout, now I just feel kind of like I want to throw up everywhere. It's...
Yeah, rough stuff. And my stomach was up in knots this morning.
Mm-hmm.
We just laid on the couch for a while and it started to feel better, but I guess I'm just tired. I need to get more sleep.
Yeah, I was thinking probably going to sleep pretty early tonight for a Saturday. And we can always party on a Wednesday if we're feeling better or something. Or not. But...
What's Wednesday?
I'm just at like an odd day of the week.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll see what happens. I definitely feel better now than I did earlier, but...
Yeah.
Might just need to sit with an ice pack. Maybe that's what I'll do, is grab one of those and put it on my face. Put it on the inside of a hat and put the hat on my head.
The hat that I bought you.
Yeah, that I was going to wear.
I should get you a bucket hat.
Yeah?
Those are funny.
Would I look good with a bucket hat?
Everyone looks good with a bucket hat.
Look at our tortilla armadillo.
What a little ham.
Very cute.
Yeah, I like that today's been pretty cloudy and like reasonable. Got some big storms earlier, passed by in like 5 minutes, but it like makes the day feel less painful because of how hot it's been.
Yeah. I can't really hear you too well on that mic.
Sorry, I'm just mumbling into it.
Yeah.
But that was good. The thunderstorm and the actual thunder, and I'm sure there was lightning somewhere, but it poured. It came down pretty hard for a couple minutes, so that was pretty cool.
Uncharacteristic
Tsunami
of this region, but yeah, it was
hurricane.
Nice. Yeah. And now it's done.
Yeah, which is sad.
Normal life.
Back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else did we do this weekend? It's Saturday.
This weekend just started.
It feels like Sunday. It's kind of like I'm thrown off a little bit. Last night was really fun. Last night, what did I do yesterday? Yesterday was Friday. I worked. Did I go anywhere yesterday? No. Thursday was when I went and got my nails done.
You
Right.
ran out yesterday, though, right? Out to... Did you? Or no. Was that Five Guys Day?
Oh, yeah. I did that yesterday. Yep. So I went and dropped off
UPS.
the packages finally, which is... Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know what would ever make me feel like I would need to do that, but there was someone in front of me that was like packaging up a grill, and he was sending it to somewhere in Texas. And the lady was like $60 something, and he was like, "Oh, I thought it was 50." And she was like 60, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Oh," like he didn't have enough. And I like, in my mind, I was like, "Oh, I should cover the difference and like help him out." But then I just stood there. And then, like, in my mind, that seemed like such a nice thing to do, you know, because he had been waiting in line. It was a long line. And then, like, to get up there and be like, "Nope, can't send it." And then...
Did he have to walk away?
Yeah, he, like, went and grabbed... He's like, "Oh, I guess I've got another thing I could, like, return or send to get, you know, change or whatever." And I, briefly was just thinking, like, I should offer to help. And then I... thought about it yesterday evening, kind of like that thought came back up into my mind, and I was like, well, what if I had been like, yeah, let me offer you like $13 or whatever the difference was. And but then I was like, I don't know who this person is. What if he's like the worst, or selling like a janky grill to someone, you know what I mean? Or then like maybe he would have been like, no, it's fine, really. And then I just would have been standing there feeling like a turd, you know what I mean? And I just was, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of possibilities, and I guess you went through the process of weighing those out, but I think it's nice to assume
thought
the
about
best.
it. Yeah.
But,
yeah, no, I didn't. I never really thought that that person could be a bad person, and just hesitated and was like, oh.
No, I hear you. It's hard, like, I don't know. There are situations, I think about Anthony's funeral.
Yeah.
Like, if I could turn back time, I would have said something.
I'm sure Courtney would have liked that, because there was that one girl that said something and it really made Courtney mad, and she was like, she shouldn't have been talking at the funeral.
I was just surprised how few people stood up and talked, and I wanted to, but I was also just like waiting for people, because I only knew him for a short amount of time. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Can you see my finger? Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that thing's going to die way before it's all done doing its thing.
Oh.
But
how does that thing charge for a long time? Or does it stay alive, or does it die pretty quickly?
Oh, actually, you know what? I could just put it on a charger right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject.
Bag thing, the nylon thing. Thank you, babe.
Boop.
Gracias.
Yeah. I was just getting distracted.
Is there a cutout on the side over there?
On
the bottom? Like base?
No, I don't see one.
Okay, it must be in the back. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that without moving this thing.
Is that bad, though, if you move it?
I don't know. In like the mode that it's in, I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to sit there. But
okay,
we'll find out.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to charge it. Sorry. I mean, I know you're still learning it and everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really even have a reason to be doing it, but just for fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
Another recent fun purchase. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we talked about that one in the last episode.
Yeah. No, I had lots of fun things. And I didn't buy a dresser. I put that in my notes here because I'm very proud of myself. I've been going ham, and there was a pretty expensive, cool-looking dresser that I really wanted, but then I didn't do it. And I mean, it's not too late. It could still happen, but I'm very convinced now that I need to get back on the money train and keep saving money, because we need land.
Yes.
And freedom.
Freedom. Sorry, I'm going to mess with this for a second. If you want to tell the people about whatever we're doing.
That thing?
Whatever we've got going on in our lives.
Oh yeah. What else? This week was pretty calm. It wasn't too crazy, which was really nice. Yeah, a lot of stuff done. You use this system now for client information. I don't know. It's been fun. Kind of boring. I took off. Was it Tuesday? Yep, it was Tuesday. It was kind of nice. Yeah, it was like a short week. That's why it feels easy. And I went up to my mom's house and helped build a fence.
Hardcore.
Yeah. Well, the neighbors put up a chicken wire fence, like a really bad one, like right in there, right next to the border, like where their yards are. And they ripped out some like kind of their fence, like a wooden one that's like open, not really a fence.
Mm-hmm.
And like they let the dogs out, like out that back door there, and that dog is like crazy and it'll like run around and bark and stuff. And so it's like, okay, that was rude. Now the dogs are just going to be barking at each other all the time. So yeah, they bought the large, like the planks to go into the ground, the like actual fencing. So it's not like we like built the fence, like they had the stuff, the posts already and all of that. So now I know how to build a fence. I know how to build a fence. I know how to fix a treadmill mostly, and I know how to put in floors.
Yeah, very impressive. Could start the project on building our home.
Yep. Build our fence and then build the floors and put the treadmill in the middle of it.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those skills really, so I can build a smile and a good time. Maybe a pot pie.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't made one of those in a long time, but I did make macaroni and cheese this week, and that was really good too. There's always that. I don't know. I don't feel hungry. It's weird. Like I feel like sick, like I can't eat, but I feel like if I eat, that'll help. I don't know. I poured this glass of wine here thinking that it would be like good, and I can't even like stomach. I just like even the thought of drinking it right now. There's something wrong with me.
I feel like I need an ice pack on my face because
I'll go
I feel
grab it
terrible.
for you.
Oh,
You keep talking.
God bless.
Keep talking.
All right. Well, I know we've been talking a lot about how we've been bumming, and that's accurate because we have been bumming, but got to watch some primetime TV, and I know that we like to keep our audience updated with the nice 90-Day Fiance, and thank you. Oh, man. So we gave you guys the update that we, Kirsten got Hulu Plus, so we have access to live TV and specifically the TLC network that we love so much, and Bravo Network, which is awesome, but we got caught up on the before the 90 days season with Big Ed.
But yeah, I was going to say, sorry, I'm glad you finished that. I didn't mean to cut you off because I feel like there's still seasons we haven't seen that we could watch of that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the most recent one, actually. Yeah. And that season's got a lot of drama, but it seems so staged. That one, I don't know, it's different than the rest.
It is interesting, and I mean, if it's not staged, then that goes to show, babe, please. It goes to show how good TV it is.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just have headphones on, so it's like I'm in your mouth. It's really gross. Just saying.
You took a time lapse with your little camera of me cutting your hair.
Yeah. Yep. Sure did. Looks really good. Like the quality that comes out of that little thing is incredible.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I keep my train of thought. Like I was looking at your hair and all sweaty and stuff, and then I thought of
it's probably water from this ice pack on it now.
Maybe.
I did put it all over.
Yeah, I'm a little warm. I'm trying to, I will slouch and then I get little sweat creases. So I'm just trying to sit up straight so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Sweat creases.
What did you just change the topic to?
We were talking about 90-Day Fiance and then I started talking about your haircut video.
Yeah, so we're all caught up and we were really looking forward to watching the tell-all because we haven't had live TV. I mean,
no.
Yeah, we're not used to that, so we
We're
were
so
fully
caught up.
expected to be watching the tell-all, and then
not till tomorrow. Is
it
that what
airs
it was?
tomorrow. Yeah,
That's good news, because then we can just pop it on. We should see when it's on tomorrow.
I think the evening. Yeah, maybe
good.
after class we could watch that.
Oh yeah, you've got class.
Yep.
Almost done. Almost done.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I got all that project thing done earlier this week. That's what I did on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's the class group consultation project, but it's nice to have that out of the way because we had last week and this week to do it, and I thought that we just had last week, so it's kind of nice getting it done. And then this next week, there's really nothing that I have to be working on school-wise other than like normal homework, but no projects or papers or anything, so
That's good.
that'll be nice. And I know today I so badly, like yesterday and then this morning even. Okay, so when I woke up this morning, I was tired, but it wasn't that bad. And then I got done working out and I still felt good. And like really until I got back from walking Jude, and then I saw you this morning, and I feel like within 30 minutes to an hour, I started to feel pretty yucky. But this morning, before I started to feel really bad, I had some pretty lofty goals for things that I wanted to do today. And it was really tough because I still did some of that earlier.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel good, and it was really upsetting me. So, I mean, just to try to make it brief, even though we have time because it's a podcast, but I also know it's boring. My business email addresses weren't forwarding or accepting emails, and they just made it way more complicated than I would have thought it would need to be. But I had to look up all these sorts of codes and copy them into my domain website, whatever. So
But you fixed it.
yeah, it was annoying, but I fixed it, and they're like, it'll take up to 48 hours, but within like an hour my emails started coming through, so I know that it's fixed, which means that I can feel better about it and move on, because I'm promoting this business. It would suck if people were actually reaching out and emailing me, and then I just like had no idea.
Yeah.
They don't come through, but now they will, and they will come to my phone. So that was good. And then I created another ad for Facebook today. So that was two things. The only other thing that I really wanted to do outside of the podcast, which we're doing right now, was post something in that Facebook group with older adults in this area offering my services. But I guess in my head I thought, if somebody actually called me today and I felt that bad, especially earlier, somebody responded to it, I really don't feel like communicating right now. So I'll figure it out tomorrow maybe.
My mouth started doing that weird salivating thing, like when you feel like you're about to throw up and it gets like...
I'm not sure I know that one, but I'm sorry. Can I do anything for you?
No, it's okay.
I'll be there for you.
That's why I was like I don't know, it's like a sweet, it's like almost kind of salty. I don't know how to explain it. Sorry if I don't talk too much, but I'm just trying to chug along here.
Do you not want to do this?
No, this is fine. Sorry. I was saying before we started, like I was feeling all right, but now I genuinely feel kind of sick, but it's fine. I feel like in here, so hopefully it doesn't get up here, and if it does get up here, then I will throw up into the camera or something. I feel I'm all right. Sorry. I like swallowed enough and kind of just like focused on it, and it seems to be going away kind of as I'm talking, so it's okay. It's fine.
Well, you have water over there too. So.
That doesn't sound like it's going to help.
Okay. Well, that's the short and sweet of business stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I guess my next thing for business related purchases would be to get a couple more polos that better fit, like actual women's sizes for you, and then maybe a smaller one for me or something. But I was thinking about getting like screen printed t-shirts with just the logo picture on it. But the website where I ordered my stuff from, they have like a minimum of 25 shirts or something, which is like $200. And
couldn't you find somewhere else to just get a couple like one-off shirts?
probably, I'm thinking that's what I'll end up doing, because it would be nice to have just like, I don't know,
we could make them
a
ourselves.
couple of them. But yeah, and then I was thinking about lanyards for like ID badges.
Nice.
I saw on Etsy somebody has a deal for like 5 badges for $30. I was like, that seems like a good idea, or good deal, especially if I designed them for free and just have them printed. So those are things that I'm working on, figuring out. Probably most important is that I don't think about that stuff so much as actually just posting the thing in the Facebook group and trying to get
some people to
free
respond.
projects to do. Yeah. I wish that I had like older family near, but then again, it's probably better that it would be somebody that I don't know, because then it'd be more like a business transaction.
And to just kind of do it and understand how it'll be with people that aren't your family, you know, because with them, it's just, I'm sure, more relaxed and would be easy.
Yeah, but that would be good. Could start trying to schedule those into the week.
Yeah.
Like an evening or something. But
evenings.
Yep. That's what's going on for me.
I wonder what I was trying to write there.
Forever.
Sore. Ever.
It's like forever, but
I know.
forever.
Was I trying to put sore forever?
Probably. My back is messed. I told you about that. I think I shouldn't say messed up, but it's been way worse, but it's been really bothering me, especially sitting on the couch today.
Yeah.
It's so weird how you can just like hardly move and something goes out of place. And then it's all uncomfortable.
Forever, yeah.
But I have Rolf next week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It seems like it went by quickly, because I went like 2 or 3 months without it. And now that it's been 1 month, seems like.
Went by. This whole year has gone by. I could think about January, February, March, April, May. So it's still early in June. We're not quite halfway there, but it's almost halfway through the year already. I'm looking forward to August as we get into spooky season. That's so close.
It's very close. It'll be here before we know it. I mean, we've been in the house for a quarter of the year already, so.
Yeah, which is fine. I'm fine.
This time has gone by so fast.
Yeah, I think it's just with everything going on. But people are out there, you know, they're doing their thing and not wearing masks, and maybe everyone will get sick again. I don't know. The whole coronavirus thing is real, but it's also, I was always very skeptical at the rate of it than people, media.
Well, they predicted like a second wave before the whole everybody's out protesting near each other.
Oh.
Like that. I think that was, I guess, a prediction of people are going to feel like it's safe, and then they'll go out and we'll all realize that it's not safe yet. So,
well,
I don't know.
They don't talk about it anymore in the news, really. I mean, at least from what I look at every day on my phone.
I guess
all the commercials are, we stand with you, and you know, we listen and learning, and
well, the science community is definitely still working on it or doing something, but yeah, it is. I mean, the media controls the narrative. So if we're not seeing it on TV, we feel like it's not happening.
I thought Taylor Swift controls the narrative.
Does she? Kanye West controlled her narrative.
I had never heard the term control the narrative before until that whole thing. Because then it was like, oh, you make everything sound so proper.
I don't know what you're referencing.
The
Taylor
narrative
Swift.
thing, just that term, control the narrative. Kind of like the word clout. I'd never heard that before. But now people like use it to talk about things that are happening. Like, oh, they just did blah, blah, blah for clout. Oh, is that an ant?
Mm-hmm.
Just leave it. I don't like that word. You know what I mean? Mainstream word. Clout. It's very annoying. I just don't like the sound of it. Clout. Control the narrative with your clout. Clout narrative.
You just don't like how the word sounds?
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like a word that just gets tossed around all the time now. And I'd literally never heard it before and thought it was some made up word. And it is a made up word because someone made it up. But it's real.
Yeah, just like every other word.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Sorry,
I
you
don't feel good.
You don't feel good?
No.
Yeah, this is a piece. So people are gonna watch this and be like, "You guys look like you're about to fall apart."
Yeah.
At least I attempted to put on some makeup so I didn't look completely like poop. But yeah, my
wish
stomach.
I could put on makeup. Yeah,
I know
like,
once
just
we
got
get
the
off
second
this,
wave. Yeah.
something's gonna happen. Like something is gonna happen.
Probably
It's coming out the butt or coming out the mouth. I don't know, or both. Reminds me of the last time I got like real sick. I feel like I threw up not too long ago. I was feeling kind of sick like during the night, but it was Kyle's birthday some years ago and I was like dying and I made him a Charmander cake. And I was feeling that same like that spitty, like your mouth starts like ugh. And yeah, I was upstairs in my mom's bedroom throwing up and pooping like crazy and like couldn't do one or the other. And it just was, well, it could do one and the other. It was just a lot of, I felt crippled and sick. Luckily, I don't feel that bad right now, but I don't know. I could get there. I mean, you started drinking a little bit of boozy water again. It's probably not helping. Hair of the dog. Or that's just real water. Sorry, I don't know the difference anymore.
I just wanted something very cold and
Yeah.
Nothing's working today.
That's okay. I mean, this is fine. This is, we're going to be like 80 years old and we're going to be watching this and we'll be like, wow.
We'll skip this episode.
We were so sick that day.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like, what if it was like the sausage I used with the pasta or something like off like that is like making us feel this way today? Because honestly, again, last night, the amount of boozy waters that I drank is like not more than I normally do. Like, and I will wake up and feel fine. Like there's another factor to this that's kind of.
I didn't drink much really last night. Maybe it was the cigars.
It could have been, but how would that make us sick like all day today? I
don't know.
Maybe they were laced with something from the cigar shop.
I'm not sure, but that was like the only thing out of the ordinary that we did yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that you're not feeling great either right now. But luckily, once this is done, like literally just we're chilling. I'm not drinking tonight. Sorry, wine. I'm going to have to dump you or pour you back into the bottle or something.
Back to the couch. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And chilling. I'll probably pop on some Bob's Burgers or something silly and dumb. Last night was the first time that I slept without any sort of sleep medicine stuff. Yeah. It was a little weird. I laid there and watched 2 episodes of Bob's Burgers before I was able to just be like, all right, I'm closing my eyes. But kind of like the fence thing I was talking about, I've been super sore, but it's pretty much, I think, mainly because like with hammering up the fence, I didn't have a nail gun. I'm using my right arm to hammer, and then both of them and like even with the left, and my whole body was sore from all of the nailing because I did a majority of that.
It's hard work.
And I guess that's like a good workout for your arms, like your forearms. Yeah. Last night, maybe that was keeping me from sleeping as comfortably. I've had this weird pain in my forearm, and like it's feeling better today after the day's been going, but like I had to keep my arm like on the pillow next to me or like not on me. Like it was such a weird pain.
Careful with that hammer hand. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of work to put up a fence, and I'm impressed that you did it in one go.
Yeah, I mean it was not that much fence. It's not like a real fence. It's just like a border fence.
It's a real fence though, still.
Yeah.
We should get the chicken wire for the garage.
So that Jude can hang out outside.
Yeah.
She probably bark at the neighbors.
She chased somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Well, kind of. Somebody was walking their dog past our driveway, and I left the garage door open because I was working on trying to get my brother's moped started in the driveway, and she snuck past me and must have charged some dog. Yeah. But I didn't hear any growling. I just heard the lady scream who was walking the other dog. So
yeah, she ran up. Because it was funny. I was closing the window at that moment, and I saw her run up, and like I wasn't sure if it was her. I just saw her run up and like kind of get close to the other dog. Mm-hmm. She tries to play. Like she'll get up close when she sees other dogs, like if she's off leash like that, and just like tries to initiate play. And the lady, I'm pretty convinced, screamed because she was just startled. Like I've just been walking Jude before, and dogs run out at us or are off leash and come charging, and it scares the crap out of me. And I don't scream though. So.
Well, I mean, like I was upset because the day before, I told you about that, but the day before we were walking down the sidewalk, and these two dogs just pushed their way through a front door, and they were both already on some leashes or tethers, and one just ripped off of it and charged right up to our dog and was like snarling and barking, and I was like, yeah, that's scary. Explicit word very loudly, but nobody came out. I kept walking down the street, and I kept turning around, and those dogs were still roaming around in the front yard, and nobody.
They do that though. It's so weird. I know. Wow. We figured out the house you were talking about, and at least when you yelled at Jude, she came back right away. She wasn't gonna stick around and try to get in trouble.
Yeah, thankfully, because that's a real miss and sometimes hit situation.
Yeah.
She's so smart, but
too smart.
Very selective hearing.
Yeah.
Selective bing.
Oh yeah, I was really upset today at people be pumping gas with their car on. I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That made me so mad. Because I stopped to get gas. I was already annoyed at the loud, like they had like loud music. Like not everyone needs to hear your awful music. And then I realized that the car was running. They were like inside, and they came out, and like the gas was going. I was like, what the heck? And there you go. Yeah, that same person, I pulled out and, was pretty far ahead, I'd say. I didn't see him anywhere behind me. And then they came zipping up, driving all crazy through traffic. And that's one of my biggest, like, pet peeves. I can't stand people that are willing to drive like jackasses of, like putting people around him were slamming on their brakes. Then everyone's slamming on their brakes. And he almost, like, nipped the truck when he was cutting me off. And it's like, what are you trying to prove? Like, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, who's trying to go fast now when there's like nothing going on? I don't know.
Oh, I like how you fixed Judel.
Yeah. That's how they spelled it in the subtitles.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know why I was just thinking Jude spelling Judel.
it's okay. It's like noodle, but Judel.
Judel. It's a new nickname. I've been calling her Jim too.
Jim.
Jim.
That's nice. Hey,
But
Jim.
I've done that before. John stuck for a long time,
Yeah.
and that like really was just, oh, hi John. Hi John.
So easy.
Yeah.
Because it was a transition from Chan.
John to John.
Mm-hmm.
Chobble.
Yes. Chonk.
Chobble.
Chonk. Chan.
There's the aunties in that corner now. Whee! Making
That's
my
just
way
another
downtown.
one, probably.
Walking fast on the wall. Homebound.
We're going to get this episode flagged for copyright infringement.
I didn't even know. It's fine. No, it's like. Oh yeah, I watched the last season of Fuller House, which whatever. Like people might think it's stupid. I'm not embarrassed. I didn't really watch it much as a kid. I remember specific episodes here and there, so I was like, might as well watch it. It's actually very funny. It's kind of dumb in some parts, but there was a scene. Where was I going? Oh, where they were training someone like the Rocky what do and it was like off because like they just probably didn't get the whatever, but it was just so weird. Like this is weird.
So they like tried to make it sound like the final count, or not the final countdown. Yeah, is that just a Rocky?
I don't know.
It
It could have been a different song. I don't even remember, but it was that like the training song they play in the movies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that. But I did get to watch $1 Million Listing today.
That was good. That one's actually really fun. The characters are pretty funny. They're like a little obnoxious, but they don't come off as like arrogant and rude. You know what I mean? They're like more like we see the Real Housewives of commercials. I'm like, these ladies are so full of themselves, you know, and like they're just real. And I like that you can see like all these dope houses like in New York, like the big penthouses and stuff. It's really cool.
There's like some drama, but it's like professional drama.
Like, oh no, I can't sell this $10 million house. Yeah. Oh well, I just sold one for $30 million last week, so I'm not gonna go broke or anything. Yeah, it's
crazy.
Yeah, very I like crazy. That show. I'm glad that we have access to that now too. But we knew that when we got the Hulu live stuff that this was gonna be added in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we hadn't taken advantage of that one yet.
So I'm glad we did today.
South of Hampton Yards.
Hampton Yards.
So high.
Oh my god, it's only been 38 minutes.
Yeah, we should definitely end this one early.
Yeah, maybe 45 or so. I remember I said that last time and then we kept kind of going. I don't know.
We'll see, Chris.
My list is just all nonsense. As we talk through it, it's kind of like...
Skipping from...
Haven't really, elaborated.
Well, I mean, like the major things probably were the fence thing.
And not buying a dresser.
Not buying a dresser.
Very proud of myself, but I'm pretty motivated again. I did go a little ham there, but I'm ready to start saving up again and get that house somewhere. Get that house.
Get it.
Sorry, I'm feeling a little better now. I still feel kind of, but that was a pretty big wave of like, don't puke.
Yeah.
That was really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I'm glad. I think telling myself I'm not drinking, like that has helped. Like for some reason, I felt like I needed to do that, but like, no, it's fine. It's Saturday. I don't need to drink. Oh, you're gonna yawn.
I've yawned like 30 times
already. I keep trying not to yawn. And I just like stomach it, like keep the mouth closed.
Yeah. I can't. Not today. The people will see me yawn and they will yawn in solidarity.
That armoire that I bought from IKEA like over a month ago will be here in about 10 days.
That's nice.
They have like a scheduled delivery. And the cool iridescent rainbow mirror that I bought should be here no later than the 17th.
That's good.
I'm super excited for that. It's going to be so cool. And we've got a big old mirror just sitting in our doorway waiting to make its way home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When is your mom going to come pick that up or something?
I sent her a message and told her she can. I would feel bad like that she's working all weekend, and I'm actually like hesitant to like, I was thinking about maybe even just driving it up there yesterday and dropping it off, and then when she comes home it would be there. But I want to do it like when she's got time to, and like together instead of, I don't know. I'm just worried that it could. It's very sad that like that's a thought that crosses my mind, that it could get like smashed because people are being mean. You know what I mean? Like I just could see that being like a mean thing to do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I would never have even thought about that, but
It crosses my mind.
has other things been smashed?
Just a phone,
Oh, well, phones are expensive.
right? But yeah, it's the big old. Is it dying? Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
it's the Pottery Barn circle mirror with the panels. And I'm sure anyone that's been to Pottery Barn knows what I'm talking about. I've always wanted that. Yeah. And my mom's always really liked it. And so I just did it, and bam. Now it's sitting in our doorway again, all 60 pounds of mirror. It's heavy. I struggled to get it up on the doorstep, like into the house. That's why it is where it is right now.
Yeah, well, there's really nowhere else to put it either.
No.
Block the fireplace with it.
That's fine where it is. We'll just have to carry it out sometime anyways.
Yep. Got some cables that I want to buy.
Extension cords.
No, just data cables, like $5 connector things for the camera and microphones. Whee!
I got my nails done.
That's nice.
They are the cat eye. I felt kind of bad, like
Can't
when
really hear you.
the cat eye. I felt bad because I had the they're shiny and they've got that like look through them. And the first time that I had it done, the guy like took the magnet and like dragged it across, and it turned out really dope and like very noticeable. And this lady, she just held the magnet like over the top, and it's not as noticeable. But I didn't want to be like, oh, you should drag it across, because that's what that guy did and it worked well. So definitely not the greatest, but the blue color is really nice. I like it.
I still see it in there. Looks cool.
Yeah, my mom got some. Hers look really cool. I know I tried to show you a picture, but it was far away. Like, remember my wedding nails? They had like little beads and stuff like embedded in them. They were like yellow, but that's what he put like the glitter in a layer on her nails, so that way it would stick, which is actually really cool because at work, she uses a lot of hand sanitizer, and it's taken that kind of stuff off in the past. So today when I saw her, it looked really good still.
Cool. Nice. It works.
Yeah. Encapsulated.
Nice. I need to get my entire feet redone with new feet.
I recently have had a problem where I clip the big toenail too far down, and then as it starts to grow again, it kind of like, it's that ingrown thing where it starts to like, so I have to like cut down the skin so it doesn't like.
Oh, wow.
But it's only like one or twice. Recently it started poking up again, so I did that. But I keep them real short. I don't like the long toenails. Similar to how you don't like long nails.
Yeah, any nails long, not into.
Yeah.
I tell you during Corona that you should keep them short.
No, they don't. They don't say that.
Because you get dirt and disease in your nails.
I read
Traps 'em
that.
in there.
I read that in hot tubs, you better be ready to be sitting in people's poop because there's like a 3% something or some number amount of leftover like butt poop in there.
Yeah, of course.
And it just floats around in there. I mean, that's a given, butt poop, but
Just gotta really like the people you're getting in the hot tub with.
for their butt poop.
Yeah.
You challenged me on a VeggieTales theme the other day, and it turns out you were right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Thought that you knew VeggieTales better than your husband, and just came in with that Larry boy, and
That song is so good.
which you would have had to have known before because you
yeah.
knew that episode with the fib because we
Mhm.
talked about that, and that's where I knew Larry boy. So you were there, we were there. Just had to remind you with the theme song.
Larry boy.
It's a good one. How many of our 4 listeners watches VeggieTales?
Like now or back in the day?
Good question.
I realize I haven't looked at the camera at all this entire episode.
We should just stop doing this.
We'll get there. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
I was gonna go on about how VeggieTales is not great now. If you the episodes they released when we were children were a lot better, and the characters they've altered them, kind of like The Simpsons. It's not great.
When have you most recently watched VeggieTales?
I think I looked it up once on YouTube, and there was pulling recent episodes of it or something, and the characters have morphed, kind of like SpongeBob. You watch the old ones, and they're true characters, and as the I guess the artists, the animation people, they just start shifting or something, and then the characters just look different. Not by a ton, but The Simpsons, the first couple seasons, their characters look different, and then they kind of shift into more recent times.
So the animation's different, is that it?
Kind of.
Oh. Okay.
Scooby-Doo does that too.
Yeah. I think everything does.
Yeah. What a shame. Keep it old.
Old stuff like that isn't fun to watch, though.
Yes, it is. What time are we at?
We should stop this. It's getting so slow.
I'm slow.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. Are you still hungry for hamburgers?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll put some bacon on them. Got all sorts of stuff here from Whole Foods.
Cool. All right, episode 38. That was a quick one, but that's all I can handle today. And we're going to have hamburgers, and that'll be better. So anyway, if you listen to this one, sorry. But thank you, and take care. And we will see you next week for episode 39. You have anything you want to say, B?
Nope.
All right, take care. Taking the credit.